3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They're on the 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Give left side. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. You talk about this Jets defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Stroud. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The Jets at 7-5 now of the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first catch there for Wilson and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves Jack that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Stroud. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Side by Mechie.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Texans,
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. This will be complete to Mechie.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Stroud looking to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him win too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off, and the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Now Hall to start the drive.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll go again with Hall. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. That's complete to Lazard. Touchdown! Alan Lazard, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Mechie. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Throwing now is Stroud. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jets will take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7. On play action. Now Rodgers.
his throw is going to be incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This is taken at about the 14. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
This is caught. It's Woods.
Still going.
Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, 68 yards.
And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, here's Rodgers.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And Stroud now to throw. That is caught by Dell.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Stroud to throw it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Now Stroud.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Here goes Stroud again.
Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The confidence of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2nd and 10. Play action. Stroud now.
They'll roll him out right.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Stroud sets up the play action. Trying to stretch the field with Schultz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Hardman on the return. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Stroud. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Hardman to return. And there he goes again. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A 62-yard punt return as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, Watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
I don't know about you, partner, but I just came out of my chair. Big-time run right there, and all of a sudden I realized...
Didn't reach the chains, did he?
How do you go that far? Create that type of an explosive play that'll be a check and a plus on every grade sheet and still not get a first down.
Yeah, they had put themselves in a bad spot, but a big gain, that helps. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at it that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Hall again. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, he's able to pick up the first down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, 58 yards. And the Jets get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now, they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Stroud on third down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mechie, the man in motion. On first down, here's Stroud.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The Texans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones.
And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
Escaping a tackler at the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Out right, he's got Rucker.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Running left, it's Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Stroud. Looking deep here for Mechie.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right at the 35. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. Hall again. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Rodgers throwing here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd down and a yard. A handoff for Hall. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.